everyone, welcome to another episode of Alex Trend Gaming, and in this episode of Alex Trend Gaming we will be playing NBA 2K21, and in NBA 2K21 we will be playing the 2021 NBA All-Star Game. So I hope you sit back and relax and enjoy this video.
Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge is reporting from the sidelines. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. So the East All-Stars will get the first possession. A look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. We've got Irving. Jason Tatum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Embiid in at the 5.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
Outside Curry. Here's Giannis. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Tatum. Embiid trying to break loose. And Tatum the bucket on the assist by Irving.
And Tatum used to getting hit while he's shooting. I mean, he absorbs it like you would expect a pro to, and powers right through that contact.
Jokic with the bucket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Great open look there.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irvin has the ability to scorch you from there.
Curry outside. And it's the East with the rebound. Outside Leonard. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Embiid is at the elbow. Shot clock at 6. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. It's a 3-point game. Now here's Beal, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
And the ability of Beal to just wear out the defense. At times, you almost have to foul him to stop it.
The first free throw is good.
And quite simply, Beal is an all-NBA player in our league, a multi-dimensional guard who does many things well, especially scoring the ball.
And so he hits both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. I asked him how hands-on he was planning to be, and he said, not much. He told me it's fun to coach these guys to see what I can generate out of certain matchups, but that's more the exception than the rule. I think I'll be as much of a spectator as anyone. Guys?
Thanks, David. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
You know, what you really like about Antetokounmpo is he wants to keep getting better. I'd say he's accomplished that and then some.
He hits the second from the line. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Irving against Curry. Irving kicks to Tatum. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Giannis. He has 5. Jokic finds Doncic. Tries again. In deep. Jokic drops it in. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Here's Beal. The teardrop falls in.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. So the West ends up going with the new group. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Levine deciding where to go with it. He gets it in there.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Gobert down low, covered by Williamson. Brown outside. Gobert the pass to Sabonis. Just 5 on the clock. Hits it from three-point range.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
1:36 left in the first quarter of the game. And Levine with the block. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
That free throw good from Brown.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
And he makes both free throws. 1:33 left to play in the first. Here is Harden. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's blocked by Brown, and he's able to get it back. And it's Williamson missing. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the West All-Stars. They trail by 1.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The 3 from Harden. The shot will not fall. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
The West All-Stars have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. That one drops. He ties it up.
And George has learned a lot and I think continues to evolve as a leader. He relishes the chance to deliver for this team.
Vucevic, he's checked in for the East. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Michael Conley. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. 58 seconds left in the first. Harden scanning the floor. Down low, there's Levine. Williamson trying to free himself up. And there's Levine on the assist from Harden.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
That one good for 2.
Sabonis making sure to pass it where his teammates are open, and that's just being a good passer there.
Mitchell passes to Vucevic. The drive by Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Harden with it. That shot off the mark. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. West All-Stars out in front, up by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from the West All-Stars, what's your take so far?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Gobert is out there with Sabonis. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Simmons. And it's Brown in at the 2 guard. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. And that one's drained from the low block.
You know, there were some scouts that felt like Sabonis had a lower ceiling compared to others in his draft class. But I tell you what, he just continues to get better and better.
Now, here is Harden. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the West All-Stars.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Jokic has checked in for the West. And a switch here also for the East. Tatum's checked in. And Mitchell drops them both.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
Now, here's Sabonis. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. So, for the West, Giannis comes in for Sabonis. And Doncic is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. The East also changing it up. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Levine. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Doncic against Irving. Here's Leonard. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Leonard's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. And there's the pass to Giannis. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Jokic kicks to Paul. Doncic against Irving. Paul for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Outstanding long-range marksmanship from Paul. Solid at spraying it from deep.
A floater, and it's sent back by Jokic. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. Stephen Curry, he's checked in for the West. And then for the East All-Stars, Joel Embiid comes in for Nikola Vucevic, and Beal subbed in for Mitchell. The West All-Stars on D. Here's Embiid. Tatum trying to break free. Embiid, no good. Embiid's gone 1 of 4 so far. And Giannis throws it down.
I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates, and if they're open, they get the ball.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Embiid. From deep. It's held in by Jokic.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Basket good.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
LeBron's checked in for Ben Simmons. Randall's checked in for the East. Conley now comes in for Kyrie Irving.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by the West All-Stars.
LeBron passes to Curry. Now Giannis. Jokic kicks to Doncic. Curry with the bounce pass. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Jokic has got 6.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
And here's the break. Doncic with the block.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the East All-Stars. .129 left in the first half of the game. Here's Embiid. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Giannis.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Beal's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. In the corner, it's James. It's good from about 19 feet. James has got the lead up to 11 now for the West All-Stars.
You know, because James is such a consistent, confident shooter from the mid-range, you just can't afford to let him get comfortable.
18 feet out. It's not going to go for him. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion, you'll have periods like this.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
The East All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. Both teams will make substitutions. Leonard hits them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's Harden. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 5 to shoot. The tray. The shot that time, not on target. From deep three-point range, and so it's the West All-Stars sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. A competitive matchup for the West All-Stars in the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts on the West All-Stars first half?
Well, we're seeing Giannis in attack mode. He's playing with real tenacity and making every shot count. It's a relentless season, and the other team is struggling to recover from it.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about the East All-Stars?
The shots are not dropping for them, and now they're in a big hole. They gotta be talking about a way to get good shots. Their shot selection, pew-wee, not at all what it needs to be.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. You think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. On the court right now for the East All-Stars, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Joel Embiid out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Irving, and it's Beal in at the 2. It's Curry outside. No good on that one. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Tatum passes to Irving. Left side, Leonard. A 3-ball. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Leonard's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the East All-Stars. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
The high post shot. Chalk up 2 there. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Curry. Inside. Here's Jokic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jokic has got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now here's James. And the dunk by James.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Now Irving. Pass to Leonard. The 19-foot shot. And that one goes long.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. And it seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Leonard, following the basket by LeBron James. Misses from short range. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Here's Irving, makes it off the glass. He's got 5.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Back to Doncic. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way.
Tip of the hat to Irving there. He ignited the break with this underappreciated part of his game, his defense. Quick hands, help on both sides of the court.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Williamson is checked in for Joel Embiid. Julius Randle comes in for Leonard. And it's Mike Conley in for Beal. Now here's Brown to the inside. He dishes it to Simmons. He tries for 3. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the East All-Stars. Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
And here's Irving. 8 points for him. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard, right side. Fires the 3. East grabs the miss. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And we're not used to seeing a big man like Williamson move like this. Puts defenders in a bind.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
The first one falls.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school, and that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Zach LaVine comes in for Jason Tatum, and it's James Harden in for Irving. Now here's Brown. He kicks to Lillard. And the shot goes in.
Boy, Brown, not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Harden outside. Lets it go with a 3. The West All-Stars pull it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Brown is a guy who is hunting contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him when they're defending.
The West All-Stars have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. First one falls for him. So for the West, George is checked in for Simmons, and Chris Paul subbed in for Lillard. Vucevic, he's checked in for the East. Mitchell comes in for Michael Conley. And Brown drops them both. 1:11 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Harden. And it's blocked by Brown, and they'll keep possession. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Vucevic. Now here's Paul. The pass to Sabonis. Outside for George. George double-teamed. 6 to shoot. Paul for 3. Good D by Harden. And they're pushing it up. And it's Levine that time on the assist from Williamson. Levine's got it back down to within single digits for the East All-Stars. Paul passes to George. The long distance 3 is barreled. George has got 11 points.
And sometimes with George, it doesn't really matter where he's squaring up from. If he's in rhythm, even from distance, you've got to get a hand in his face or he'll drain it.
Now here's Levine. 6 points for him. Here's Harden. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
And good that time.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range score.
And Harden launches it from deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the West All-Stars sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the East All-Stars. Paul George is out there with Paul. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Sabonis. And it's James in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Now here's Paul. George finds Gobert. 3-pointer. And George is good for 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And here's Harden after Paul George getting his 3 to go. And that one's good, Williamson.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
Confident play we're seeing out of him.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
James outside. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And here they come. Levine against James. And yes, it's good.
You know what you like about Levine as a finisher? I mean, he can go straight to the rack, pop out to the 3, and can do everything in between as well.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Looking at who's out there now for the West. Jokic has checked in for Gobert. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Domantas Sabonis. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for George. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Paul. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here's Doncic, following the miss by Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists in the game.
That three ball of Curry deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And here is Mitchell after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Embiid inside. Antetokounmpo's there. Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Curry from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And here's the East. It's a 14-point game. Beal from long range goes back up. Embiid up and in on the layup.
And now 6 straight points here coming on the inside.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. LeBron kicks to Doncic. Curry fires from way outside. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Embiid's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's Mitchell missing.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
The offensive rebound outside Curry. Back to Giannis. From deep. Another miss by Curry. And here are the East All-Stars now. To the paint. Here's M. Oh!
My goodness. And you guys know JoJo loves busting out these dunks. What an athlete.
Curry finds James. From deep, Giannis. That shot, no good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Passes it to Beal. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Can't let Beal get that comfortable because he's so efficient once he gets in that area.
Doncic passes to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Curry. Pass to Doncic. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Timeout called East All-Stars. They're down by 11. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Now, here is Harden. Shoots over Doncic. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Here's Doncic. Outside Curry. No good on the three. Here's Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And you know, the thing about Harden, crafty in the paint, he really finds angles and avenues to get the shots he wants when you don't think there's any angle or avenue to find.
LeBron, good.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the middle. In the corner, Irving with it. Good on the triple.
Comfortable in the clutch. That's who Kyrie Irving is, unfazed by the game's biggest moments.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting for West All-Stars, LeBron James. At the line for two.
It's the first, that makes it a 7-point lead.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called East All-Stars. They're trailing by 8. 20 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Frames it from downtown.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Shooting for West All-Stars, Nikola Jokic. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
You know, Jokic really burst on the scene during the 2016-17 season, guys. He's a shrewd, smart, tough, versatile center who does just about everything well.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. Here's Irving. And here's Leonard from 3. Trifecta.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it together.
So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making
So
sure
that's
it didn't
about
get
it.
away from
If you
the
like this
Lakers.
video,
Yeah,
please
they
give this
faced some
video a
challenges, but really
huge
held firm
thumbs
when
up.
they needed to.
Comment in the
On
comment
both
section
ends,
below
and
on
just
what you think
effective
about this
in terms of coming away
episode.
with this
Make
win.
sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and be sure to check out my other YouTube content that is on this channel. And thank you for watching Alex Stream Gaming. And I'll see you on the next one.